You're choosing to be poor if you watch this video and you don't take action. How to get 50K in 1 week. So in this video, we're going to talk about people I've helped literally do it with the receipts. We're going to talk about the consequences of not doing it the correct way. We're going to talk about the qualifications needed if you do want to do it. And then we're going to talk about how you could work with me if you want to stop wasting any more time. Watch the entire video. Let's get straight to it. So, as you can see right here, this is a receipt of one of my clients. I helped him get a $50,000 card, Ricardo, at 0% interest. And you see it was a $5,000 balance because 10% for us helping him get access to the capital. That's what the charge is right there. It wasn't just by accident that we helped Ricardo get this. I'm going to show you one more person that we helped get access to $50,000 at 0% interest. The main thing I need you to take away from this video, use your credit, your personal credit. It's easier to get access to $50,000 like that versus getting access to saving up, if you work a 9 to 5, you have a business, saving up that $50,000 of your own money. So take advantage of the credit system is what I want y'all to understand. So I have a belief before we continue forward. I have a belief that we have to agree on in order for this video to make sense. I'm assuming you're a busy business owner that's watching this, so just watch the video, take action at the end, and let's get straight to it. So I believe most businesses fail due to lack of capital. Plus, if your audience doesn't know that you exist, they can't flow you or pay you. So no matter what industry you're in, I don't care if you do credit, I don't care if you do trucking, I don't care if you, whatever you do, you can always get more visibility, and that includes online, right? So visibility is going to be your competitive edge. You have to have an online presence. So you need more visibility and an online presence with your business to grow and scale as fast as humanly possible. That's the only logical answer. We have to think in terms of logic. This is business. Take your emotions out of it. And on top of that, too, getting access to 0% interest capital and lots of it, high limits like the 50K above right there that you see, that's going to help you achieve it. Why is that important? Because it's not $50,000 of your own money. It's $50,000 of the bank's money at 0% interest for 12 months. I'm not saying that obviously this is not no guarantee. You have to have a plan with it, but it is a reasonable plan to understand you have 12 months interest free versus you have to use your own money right away, right? The only solution for maximizing this is working with a business funding company like mine that has the bank relationship managers, the BRMs, which we'll talk about if you don't know. These reps that basically work in a bank that work with underwriting, and they'll work with us to get the highest possible limits that you qualify for. So my client up here, Ricardo, that you see, basically worked with us in terms of knowing that we were the experts. We applied through DocuSign. We didn't go online and apply like how everybody else does. You just allow the algorithm to do what it does. We apply with a separate application through DocuSign. This is a process I've been doing for a very long time. So I've already established this relationship for a long time, right? It's a seasoned relationship. You may be watching this and you may be thinking, okay, why don't I just go inside the bank and establish a relationship with myself? Look at it like a life. If you're trying to have somebody as your friend, your best friend, whatever, are you going to be best friends with them in one day? No, right? So my relationship is going to be more powerful than whatever relationship you decide to establish today or try to establish over the next couple months or so. So just keep in mind of how this process works, right? It's like you're coming into my lane where I do this shit versus like you that doesn't do it on the level that I do it. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand staying in your lane, especially if you're a business owner. Usually people that just have that 9 to 5 mindset, they don't understand this concept, but I'm going to assume that you're an intelligent business owner that understands and values your time and you're going to stay in your lane and just work with experts. So this is one thing we got to realize too. Business is simply marketing and sales. If you don't know that already, you should know that, right? Business is simply marketing and sales. The important thing is how do we get more people? How do we close more people, right? It's simply marketing and sales. And that's going to be related to capital, right? That's why I love business funding. The main issue with not having access to more capital is it's going to lead to slow customer acquisition, and you need customers to grow and scale your business, obviously. You need a solution that's going to allow you to scale with less stress. A lot of y'all are just so stressed because you're using your own capital to try and grow and scale your business. A lot of these businesses that we're getting funded, we're having these conversations with them, and a lot of them are very cash heavy. That might be you right now. Maybe you make a lot of money, but you're very cash heavy. You got to understand and utilize a credit system. So it's also exactly how and why my student Khaled also got access to 50K at 0% interest from Chase Bank. He used the exact BRM connection that I have, and he had a new business. So, like I told you, I'm gonna show y'all receipts of people that got these high limits, and we're gonna go over the consequences of not doing it the correct way, right? When you don't work with someone like myself that has these connections. I've literally witnessed seasoned businesses get only like 5 to 10K limits and they get denied simply because they didn't know what I know and they didn't have the BRM connections. They didn't apply through the DocuSign. They didn't structure their business correctly, right? They didn't have that mentorship under me for me to help them do it. And the beautiful thing about it is that this is a no success fee. I mean, not no success fee. It's a success fee thing, no upfront fee. So it's only 10% on the back end of what we get you that you invest once we actually get you access to the funding. So we're not telling you, oh, bring all these thousands of dollars up front. So let me show you some proof of some data of people that only applied online and they suffered as a result of it. You're watching this video, so you have a good opportunity to do the right thing. So let's show you guys right now. This is someone that had an 800 credit score. They make almost 100K, and they had 5 to 10 years of credit history. They only got a $3,000 approval because they didn't have the BRM connection that we had, right? Imagine, let's say they worked with us and they had that exact profile. Maybe they would have got at least 25,000. You see, a couple of people I showed you got 50,000, 50,000. Someone else 45,000 that we recently got. So I say that to let y'all know, like, it's not just the BRM connection, but that's a very, very important aspect of it because you're going through a different application process, right? So just keep that in mind. So we got someone else here, $250,000 earner, only a $5,000 approval. Do y'all kind of see what I'm saying? Like, if you don't do this business funding shit the same way that I do it, you're better off just getting with the experts. Focus on the business that you're good at. If that's trucking, if that's consulting, whatever business you do, but let the business funding experts, let the credit experts, the consumer law experts do what they need to do, right? So as a business owner, you should understand that there's usually issues, like I said, with people that just work that scamming ass 9 to 5. They just clutch their money like it's their last because they have a weird mentality when it comes to money. But imagine if this exact person worked with us with that exact profile as well, and they got at least 25K. Now they got to wait 6 months to try to just get from 5 to 10K. 6 months again, 10K to maybe 15K, maybe 20K, when they could have just worked with us in the first place and just started up at a higher level. So this is the thing that happens, and this is a consequence of wasting time and being cheap when you have a cheap mentality. The beautiful thing about it, you guys have a great opportunity because you're watching this video, so you can actually tap in and work with us. These people, unfortunately, they didn't know of me. They didn't get a chance to tap in, so that's why they got these low limits. But when you work with someone like myself, you're able to get access to those higher limits, and that's what happens. So someone, where's the image? Oh, okay, yeah. I thought I didn't put it there. All right, so someone had a 760 credit score and they were earning 150K. They got denied. They had 10 years plus credit history. So those of y'all to understand, we know that the credit score is not the only thing that matters. We know credit history is important as well. So you see someone that had 10 years plus of credit history, they got denied. 760 credit score. My whole point in what I'm saying is that you do need that BRM connection. And one like mine is gonna really help y'all get to the next level. And the beautiful thing about our business funding, it's only so much I can tell you on YouTube, but we don't just have access to Chase. We have access to many banks as far as BRM connections. And this is how I'm able to help serve my clients on a routine basis, maximizing their business funding, depending on the location that they're at. Chase is going to be everywhere, but certain banks are just going to be locally, they'll be regional, things of that nature. So my whole point in this video, if you're a business owner, busy business owner watching this, is important to work with someone like myself that has these connections that will allow you to get access to higher limits, right? So you don't want to waste your time. You want to just pay your 10%, bro. It's not that deep. So if you don't know, you're probably just focused on your business, what you do, right? I can't blame you for that. This is my lane. This is what I do, right? This is the new way of getting access to capital to start, grow, or scale your business. Doing anything else, like just going online with no connections, maybe you'll get an approval, but you're minimizing your time and you're wasting your time, right? Because you're not maximizing your potential by working with someone that has these BRM connections. So you're wasting your time, you're wasting your energy, you're just gonna have low capital, and then you're not gonna have enough capital to grow your damn business. So, for example, let's say you try to do it on your own, you got good credit, but you max out at only like 5 to 10K limits because you don't have the connections we have and you don't have the data that we have from applying for so many business owners, right? Chances are, if you're doing business funding right now, as far as for your business, you've only done it for yourself. Maybe you've done it for a family member or something, but you don't have a plethora of data. We have a database of past clients, current clients. So we know what's getting approved, what's not getting approved, right? We know what rules are changing. I literally have my business phone is somewhere over there where I'm texting these BRMs, right? I'm constantly communicating with them. I'm emailing them, So I'm playing a different ball game with this shit. Like I do this shit. You know what I'm saying? So y'all gotta realize, like, you gotta realize the competition you're going up against when it comes to getting your business funding. This is why clients literally pay us. They'll kindly pay us 10% to get them access to the highest business funding that they can get. So I just got to put y'all on game. Like I don't like to like brag or anything, but I mean the results are there. If you look at my YouTube, you see the results. So it is what it is. The best way to get access to your capital is working with someone like my company, just paying a 10% success fee. Like I said, it's a sexy business model because you're not paying anything up front. So if you want like a guarantee or something, that's your guarantee, right? You don't pay if we don't get you access to the capital. So you basically wouldn't have to start small like that 5 to 10K because that's not as likely. I'm not gonna say that that's never happened. Sometimes in situations where someone has like an old late payment they didn't tell us about, we've seen someone get 5 to 10K limits. I'm not gonna just come on here and say that it's not possible. And if you've watched my past video, I showed you someone that got denied. But the thing is, it's about working with someone that has experience in this field and has done it for years. I've been doing this since 2021. All right. So just keep that in mind. So yeah, y'all can read the rest. The whole point is that you don't want to just get approved low limits, and you have to work harder just to get up to 50K. You saw I just showed y'all a couple clients that got 50K out the gate. So that's testament to our connections and how we structured a profile and business. And let's say you're a credit repair business owner. Let's say you're trying to get into funding or do funding for your clients. Every now and then we get people that DM us and say like, oh, they see what I'm doing with the business funding. They're trying to get mentorship and all that. Those people, a lot of these people just be cheap. They're trying to not pay nothing and get a business model where we've made so much money. Like it's not, what I'm saying? But let's say you are that credit repair business owner and you're not cheap. I'm not going to take you for being cheap. But let's say you're not cheap. You're trying to do it, right? Your best option is to get in our paid programs to get access to the BRM connections, right? We got literally a $2,000 business funding program, and then we have our higher ticket program. But yeah, I like focusing on just doing the business versus teaching because a lot of these credit repair business owners are struggling. Maybe they make only 5 to 10K a month. They just, for whatever reason, they think that they know everything and they feel like they don't have to pay money to get access to this information. So I don't know. I don't know what'd be good with them. But if you're a business owner that's watching, is looking to get 0% interest capital, you're who I'm looking for. We can help you. So success loves speed as well, because I personally witnessed banks getting stingier, which has forced us to pivot and do certain things differently. So you need to get your funding yesterday. Like funding is, you should have been got it, basically, right? So visibility, right? Let's say you're running ads, right? Whether you're doing it yourself or you hire a media buyer, it's a non-negotiable that you have to do to grow and scale. And this will require capital and lots of it. Why not use the bank's money to give yourself a peace of mind? But on top of that, too, you're reaping the reward points, right? So there's like no, I don't know what else to tell you. But yeah, link will be in the description. Those of y'all that's just straight to it, you're like me, will look forward to hopping on a call with you. But it's best to have 0% interest leverage to use and maximize that leverage so you can make your money and then pay back what you owe after you get a nice ROAS. It'll lead to better health, of course, because you won't be as stressed about having to make the money back right away since you have that 0% interest period, which is why I like it. It don't matter if you got e-commerce, if you have ads for personal branding, if you're doing education for personal development like mentorship, it don't matter. You need more 0% interest capital at your disposal. So success loves speed. You got to remember too, if you're in a testing phase, if you're running ads, you'll have a lot better data spending $1,000 a day on ads versus $100 a day because you have to wait 10 days before you get that data. So success loves speed. Everything got to be quick. So when you get access to at least 100K at 0% interest, You have capital to play with to make this hypothetical situation a reality. I showed y'all 50K limits on one 0% interest card, and this can be possible for you if you got the right profile, if you understand, what to do, if you got the right BRM connection, which we have. So the answer is done for you business funding. Like I said, stay in your lane, focus on what you're good at, let the experts do what the experts do. I've already shown you the consequences of what can happen when you don't have the expertise and connections that my company has. They didn't have an opportunity to watch this video. So you recognize that you're blessed being in this position to watch me. So let's talk about what you need to actually qualify. So to qualify, Foundation is a good personal credit profile with no negatives and good mix of accounts. So no negatives. I don't like to say 680. I say 700 plus scores, 3% or less utilization rate. You can have one personal credit card to be honest, but I would prefer at least two that have five-figure limits. If you already got a credit card, personal credit card with Chase as well, for Chase specifically, that would be good, but don't be utilizing too much if you on Chase. So my student's client got a 10K Capital One card. After I told him to go there, so you can do a pre-approval too if you want. That's a typo right there about today, but it was recent that you got that. So LLC or corporation in good standing, if it's 2 years, now you qualify for lines of credit and we can get real saucy. And keep in mind too, let me just speaking of the line of credit. Like I said, I literally talk to these BRMs. So these people that's coming online telling you, oh, Chase, no docs, this, everything is this and that. Don't be listening to that. I literally got receipts, proof, my BRM letting me know, like, for the business line of credit, they're doing all docs and all that. So don't listen to everything that you hear people saying online, especially if you don't have proof or they haven't been talking about that they're working with BRMs, right? I'm literally working with these people. I be emailing them back and forth. I got the Chase form, I got different forms here and there. So yeah, I say that to say, like, be careful what you listen to. If you're watching me, if you've been watching me, you've been seeing me get all these people funded, your safest bet is just to work with someone like myself, just to be honest. Preferably low risk NAICS code, non-restricted or prohibited industry. So that's something you got to be aware of as well. And then a major need having BRM connections like mine, like I said. Always remember, it's easier to get access to 100K or 50K through credit versus saving it. This is a reality. You're most likely a busy business owner that doesn't do this shit on the level that I do. Like I said, this is my sole focus, like an attorney that does a specific type of law. Imagine you're pro se, you don't do that type of litigation, and you're trying to go up against an attorney. That's literally their focus. My focus is literally this business funding shit, right? Got a lot of data of different people we've helped, different states and all that, different states, different area codes, all that, right? So I literally do this shit. So keep that in mind. You can try to go get your funding on your own with no connections or maybe newly established ones. But like remember what I said, it's like establishing a friendship. If I've been friends with these people for years versus you just watch a video of me on YouTube, someone that's already been doing it, and you're just like, you come up with the bright idea. Oh, I'm gonna go and go establish my connection. You just became friends with that person like a week ago. Like, what kind of connection is that? So yeah, you're basically someone trying to go to court by yourself with no experience versus me being that attorney with years of experience dedicated to this specific type of law. So my last word for a smart business owner that's watching this, stop wasting any more time. Let the experts help you. Book a call in the description so we can help you maximize the extra capital that you need. With that being said, y'all have a blessed one.